Welcome back. In this video, we are going to see how we can create an array of objects. We have seen before how we can create an array of variables. Same way, we can also create array of objects. And we are also going to see how an array can be a member of a class. So let us see this one by one. So let us see how we can create an array of objects. So if you look at the program where we have a class called employee. So this is what the class name where the name is employee, and it has got private data member called name and age, and it has got two member functions. So one is get data, other one is put data. So this is what our class. Now what we do is we are going to create an array of objects. So we are not creating a single object. We are going to create an array of objects so that I can read the information for multiple employees. So look at this first one. How do I create it? So I have to create, I have to give the class name, then object name. And look at this. I'm not creating a single object. I'm creating objects for three managers, array of managers. Same way, if think that you want to read for many workers, so you want to read for 75 workers. So this can be done like this. You have to give again the class name and object name and 75. So here we can read the information for 75 workers. So when you take employee can be either manager or worker. So we wanted to read three managers information like their name, age, and we want to read 75 workers name and their age. So this is going to do is, if we don't have this facility, what we need to do is we have to create three no manager variables, and we need to create 75 variables for workers. So that is a type of work. So instead of that, we can create a array of objects. So let us see how we can access this. So this is what we are going to do it. We have created array of objects. So if you take manager, if you see the previous example, we have created three managers. So every object is going to have its own space. Look at this manager 0. So manager 0, or we will take it as the first manager, is going to have its name and age. And look at the second one, which was manager 1. Even the manager 1 is going to have its own space, because if you look at the class which has got two data members, one was name, another was age. So every object created for the class is going to have its own space for name and age. So if you look at the manager, the manager is we have created three objects of type class, and we named it as manager of 0, and which is going to be manager 0, manager 1, and manager 2. Manager 0 is going to get two spaces. Same way, manager 1 is going to have two spaces, one for name, other for the age. And even manager 2 is going to have two space, one for name, other one is age. Okay, so let us see how this program works. Let us see the complete this. We have a class called you know uh, distance, which is included in distance.h. So we have defined size as 3, and this is what array of objects d array with size we have taken it as 3, and it's of type distance. Distance is a class which is defined inside distance.h. And look at this, we have two variables a and b. So we are going to read the size of, no, we have already taken the size is equal to size is going to be 3, and we are reading only feet. This is stored in a variable a, and this is the function, and we are going to read what is the inches, and this is going to be your b value. Then we are going to set it. So once it is done, we are going to repeat this. Whatever we got from the keyboard, we are going to just print it using the second for loop. Now let us see what output this is going to produce. So which is going to read the feet one time, then which is going to read the inches, next which is going to read the feet second time, inches also will be done for second. Same way, feet will be read the third time and inches also will be read the third time. Why? Because we have created array of objects. So D array size we have created. So every time, so which is going to read whenever it is going to see, look at this D array of I. Initially, what is going to be the I value? The I value is going to be 0, which is nothing but D array of 0. Then D array of 1, D array of 2. Why? Because we have taken size is equal to 3. So D array of 0, D array of 1, D array of 2 will be read because we have taken the size is equal to 3. Next, we can have an array inside an object. So which is something like the normal variables. We have seen every class has got data members and member functions. And if you want, you can have an array inside a class. So look at this where you can find an array called I array with size. This is not an array of object. This is normal an array declared inside a class. Now when you create an object or when you write the definition for any function, obviously we could able to access this array. Look at this. We have taken p greater than size. Size is going to be 3. Otherwise, see, we have accessed I array of p is equal to value. What is I array of p? So we have initialized this to p. Same way we have taken another because it has got two functions. One is set element, other one is get element. And what get element is going to again see the size. If p is greater than size, we are going to return. We are going to give an exception for this. So this is all about an array inside an object, which means we are going to have an array like some other variable like integer, float, character. We are going to have an array inside a class. So this is about how we can create or declare an array inside a class. So let me have a glance what you have learned. We have seen uh, array of objects, which is something like collection of objects. We can have more than one objects in a single shot by declaring array of objects, and this is the way we can declare it. We have to give your class name, then you have to give the object name for the array, and in this you are going to create three objects. And if you look at the second one where we are going to create 75 objects. So we have created 75 objects. Okay, so we have seen two things. One is how we can create an array of objects. Second thing, we have seen how we can declare an array inside a class, and which in turn something like we are creating or we are declaring array inside an object.